Hello everyone, I'm Anas Al-Ubaidi and this is lecture 21 or session 21 within chapter 20 of the Advanced Medical Science Liaison and Medical Monitor Certification course program by CCRPS. As the chapter 20 is about specialized monitoring techniques, while the topic for the session 21 is about monitoring of government-sponsored and academic trials. Introduction. Government-sponsored and academic trials are vital to advancing medicine and addressing critical public health challenges. Unlike commercial trials, these studies emphasize scientific exploration, public health improvement, and addressing unmet medical needs rather than profit. Frequently conducted by academic institutions, government agencies, or non-profit organizations. These trials tackle complex research questions such as personalized medicine approaches, rare disease studies, or large-scale public health interventions. Key points. We'll start with the definition and importance of monitoring in government-sponsored and academic trials. Definition. Monitoring in government-sponsored and academic trials involves systematic oversight to ensure compliance with the study protocols, regulatory standards, and ethical requirements. It includes reviewing data integrity, trial participant safety, and the operational efficiency of trial processes. As for example, a government-sponsored COVID-19 vaccine trial requires continuous monitoring to rapidly detect and act on adverse events (AEs) while ensuring consistent data submission to regulatory bodies. Importance in regulatory compliance or importance of regulatory compliance. So adheres or the second section after definition is the importance, and by importance we'll start within the importance of the monitoring in government sponsored and academic trials. We'll start with regulatory compliance. So adheres to global and regional guidelines from organizations like the FDA, EMA, or NIH. For example, NIH, as FDA is the Food and Drug Administration Agency in USA, EMA is the European Medicines Agency in European Union, EU, or NIH, which is the National Institute of Health. So NIH-supported trials must submit timely updates to clinicaltrials.gov, including recruitment progress and adverse event data, as required by regulatory standards under FDAAA 801 or 801. Before continuing, we have here a summarized diagram on monitoring in trials, as we have monitoring from bottom to top, monitoring, compliance, data integrity, participant safety, and operational efficiency. Continuing with the importance, data integrity monitors data accuracy, consistency, and completeness across trial sites, as for example, reviewing inconsistencies in patient demographic data during an academic cancer trial ensures high-quality outcomes. Patient or participant safety tracks adverse events AEs meticulously to protect the rights and well-being of participants. Example, monitoring safety data in a phase 3 RSV respiratory syncytial virus vaccine trial ensures timely detection of unanticipated severe allergic reactions. Transparency and reporting facilitates openness in research through public disclosure in registries, fostering trust in the findings. Example, publishing trial outcomes and study protocol amendments on trial registries enhances accountability. Ethical oversight ensures compliance with ethical guidelines, including confidentiality, autonomy, and informed consent, as, for example, Data Safety Monitoring Boards, DSMBs, independently oversee changes to consent forms and risk communication strategies during an influenza pandemic trial. The key takeaway: effective monitoring in government sponsored and academic trials ensures the research remains ethical, transparent, safe, and compliant with regulatory standards while upholding scientific rigor. And here we finish the importance of monitoring in government sponsored and academic trials, as we have the regulatory compliance, then data integrity, participant safety, transparency and reporting, and then ethical oversight. Monitoring strategies. RBM, risk-based monitoring, focuses on areas of greatest risk, such as high enrollment sites or endpoints with high variability, to optimize monitoring resources. So here, prioritize the risk, prioritize the resources, or relocate or redirect the resources according to risk prioritizations or prioritization. Example: risk-based monitoring RBM systems prioritize adverse events, AEs, and trials evaluating a new biologic therapy for rare pediatric diseases, reducing unnecessary over-monitoring in low-risk areas. Then we have on-site monitoring. As here, we have physical site visits to review records, monitor processes, and ensure compliance, as, for example, auditing a multi-institution academic trial to confirm proper temperature regulation for a biologics storage unit. And here we have a summarized diagram on risk-based monitoring prioritization, as we have here high variability endpoints, low enrollment sites, low variability endpoints, high enrollment sites. And here we have consider selective monitoring, prioritized monitoring for adverse events, AEs, standard monitoring practices, and then minimal monitoring required. Continuing with the monitoring strategies, we have centralized remote monitoring. As in, centralized remote monitoring uses digital platforms to monitor data trends and flag inconsistencies across trial sites. Example: identifying data entry errors in academic diabetes trials through centralized review systems like adaptive monitoring dashboards. In-term data monitoring, and here in-term means the data that's coming from on or being created through yet still ongoing trials, not ended yet. So scheduled evaluations of interim results to facilitate early decision making. Example: adjusting recruitment strategies for underperforming trial locations based on interim reporting in a Department of Veterans Affairs VA study on PTSD interventions, post-traumatic stress disorder. Ethics-focused monitoring reviews informed consent materials, confidentiality, adherence, and participant protections. Example: ensuring inclusion of adapted risks in consent forms for immunocompromised patients in a large NIH National Institute of Health clinical trial on HIV treatment. Here we have a table showing monitor technique, purpose. Example: as monitor techniques, we have risk-based monitoring, purpose, focus resources on high-risk areas. Example: adverse event reporting in pediatric drug trials. Centralized monitoring technique, purpose is for remote analysis of site performance and trends. Example: tracking timeline delays for academic rural trials. Monitoring technique of ethics-specific monitoring, as here purpose ensures compliance with participant rights. Example: reviewing consent updates for minor-aged participants. Key takeaway: combining multiple monitoring approaches tailors oversight to the unique requirements of government and academic trials, improving their efficiency and reliability. Here we have the challenges. Challenges in monitoring government-sponsored and academic trials. Multi-site coordination. Trials spanning multiple institutions introduce variability in methods, procedures, and data submission. Example, an oncology trial involving 10 academic institutions faced inconsistencies in lab sample collection protocols affecting data comparability. Solutions or resolution for that implement standardized templates and increase cross-site communication to unify processes. Budget constraints, tight funding often limits resources allocated for monitoring tasks. Solution, hybrid monitoring models that combine centralized and risk-based strategies reduce costs without sacrificing quality. Before continuing, as here we have summarized diagram on achieving organizational goals through multi-site coordination, as we have resource optimization, management activities, synchronization, communication, and collaboration. Continuing with the challenges, regulatory diversity, studies financed by various international agencies may need to meet differing regulations. For example, NIH-funded trials collaborating with EU sites face jurisdiction-based deviation in reporting timelines. Solution resolution for that employ global regulatory liaisons to ensure consistency in compliance. Recruitment challenges. Targeting specialized populations such as rare disease cohorts complicates recruitment within specified timeframes. Solution resolution for that adaptive recruitment platforms that tailor messaging based on geographic and demographic analytics. Data management complexity. Managing high volumes of trial generated data across sites increases the risk of discrepancies. Solution resolution for that deploy automated clinical data management systems to ensure CDMS to ensure accurate handling of participant information. The key takeaway: addressing challenges in monitoring government-sponsored and academic trials requires innovative solutions that balance cost efficiency, adaptability, and operational rigor or rigor. Recent advancements in monitoring trials. Electronic trial master files, ETMFs, digitized filing systems enable real-time access to essential trial documentation. Example, storing institution review board IRB communication securely for high-impact vaccine trials. Patient-centric reporting platforms enables participants to securely self-report systems and adverse events AEs remotely. Example, a mobile app allows participants in remote rural areas to log and transmit data for an antiviral study. As here we have a summarized diagram on enhancing trial efficiency with electronic master file systems. As here we have secure for the electronic trial master files, we have here secure storage, real-time access, digitized filing systems. Continuing with the recent advancements, artificial intelligence AI integration. AI tools identify patterns, flagging data inconsistencies, and accelerating site audits. Example, AI analysis of recruitment trends in academic obesity studies reveals under-enrollment zones requiring retargeting. Virtual monitoring and dashboards coordinate site monitoring without on-site visits through secure, interactive video conferencing integrated with live analytics platforms. Example, pandemic response trials rely on virtual inspections during travel restrictions. Key takeaway: advancements in monitoring technologies enable streamlined processes that are secure, scalable, and more participant focused. Final takeaway: monitoring government-sponsored and academic trials is pivotal to their success, providing public health-driven research the structure and reliability needed to enact meaningful change. By employing risk-based, centralized, and ethics-focused monitoring strategies and addressing inherent challenges with innovative technologies like AI and ETMFS, Advanced physician medical monitors. The medical monitors, the MMs, ensure these trials maintain rigorous scientific and ethical standards. Mastery of these concepts enables clinicians to oversee high integrity trials aligned with the global public health goals, ultimately contributing to advancements in medicine that benefit society as a whole. Next, we will be summarizing what we have covered through this lecture uh, through some tables as through or via summary tables. Here is a table on key monitoring strategies in government and economic trials and academic trials. Strategy, purpose, example, advantages, challenges. As here strategies, we have risk-based monitoring, on-site monitoring, centralized monitoring, interim data monitoring, ethics-focused monitoring. Another table on challenges and solutions in monitoring government-sponsored trials. As here we have the challenge, impact on trials, proposed solution, example, outcome. Challenges, we have multi-site coordination, budget constraints, data volume management, recruitment challenges, and non-unified regulations. Here we have another table on advancements in trial monitoring technologies, innovation, purpose, government trial application, academic trial application, and advantages. Innovations, we have electronic trial master files, ETMF, patient-centric reporting, AI-driven monitoring, virtual site visits, and then integrated data dashboards. Here we have a table on comparison of monitoring elements in government versus academic trials, element, government trials, academic trials, shared focus area, and then unique feature. Elements, here we have regulatory oversight, budgets, ethical monitoring, data reporting, and then technology use. Here we have a table on mastery applications for effective monitoring, application area, tool or technique, example usage, impact on trial quality, real-world relevance. Application areas, risk prioritization, ethics compliance, data volume management, tech-driven oversight, and then transparency. Then we have an application table. As here, scenarios. For each scenario, key principle applied, key actions, timeline, what to watch out for. Scenarios, we have NIH-funded vaccine trial in rural communities, a multi-institution HIV prevention academic study, low recruitment government-funded cancer study, rare disease pediatric trial, COVID-19 behavioral intervention trial, academic study on diabetes in underserved areas, public health and nutrition trial using ETMFS, multi-site VA mental health study, remote monitoring of rural cardiology trial, and then global public health study on malaria treatment. Then we will be revising what we have covered through this lecture through some MCQs or multiple choice questions. Question 1. What is a key purpose of monitoring in government-sponsored and academic trials? A. Generating commercial leads for the study sponsor. B. Ensuring regular reporting to public registries and compliance with ethical standards. C. Increasing participant recruitment beyond initial projections. D. Streamlining publication of results without study oversight. So definitely the answer is B, as to ensure regular reporting to public registries and compliance with ethical standards. As monitoring in academic trials focuses on adhering to ethical guidelines, promoting transparency through registries like clinicaltrials.gov, and safeguarding participant welfare rather than commercial benefits. Question 2. What primary function does risk-based monitoring (RBM) serve in clinical trials? A. Conduct exhaustive reviews of all collected data at every site. B. Focus on high-risk areas while optimizing resources. C. Replace on-site monitoring checks entirely. D. Delay recruitment to focus solely on post-trial analysis. So here about the RBM, the risk-based monitoring, primary function in clinical trial. So would be B, the answer, as to focus on high-risk areas while optimizing resources. So prioritization, optimization. So this is the main primary functioning or role for RBM in clinical trials. B. As risk-based monitoring strategically allocates resources to high-risk trial elements such as sensitive endpoints or high enrollment sites, ensuring efficient and focused oversight. Question 3. Which challenge is common in academic trials with multi-site coordination, and what is its solution? A. Standardized protocols eliminated for budget constraints, recruitment bias focus only on primary enrollment sites, site-to-site variability implement standardized monitoring templates, or decentralized teams, avoid across participating institutions. So definitely the answer is C, as here we are talking about multi-site coordination. So C as of site-to-site variability, because multi-site coordination, and the resolution for it is to implement standardized monitoring templates. So C is the answer, as variability in protocol implementation across academic sites can lead to data inconsistency. Standardized training and templates ensure all sites follow the same procedures. Question 4. What is the benefit of using patient-centric reporting platforms for government-sponsored trials? A. Eliminates the need for ethical board reviews. B. Simplifies multi-agency funding applications. C. Enables participants to securely self-report adverse events, AEs. Or D. Acts as a substitute for risk-based monitoring. So definitely the answer is C. Enables participants, patients, to securely self-report adverse events, AEs. As C is the answer, as patient-centric platforms allow participants to input data directly, ensuring timely, accurate reporting of their experiences and reducing reliance on manual data collection. Question 5. Which advancement enhances efficient monitoring in resource-constrained academic trials? A. Introducing multi-extensive on-site audits simultaneously. B. Using AI tools for identifying data irregularities quickly. C. Increasing recruitment thresholds to loosen follow-ups. Or D. Restricting the inclusion and multi-ethnic trial population. So definitely the answer is B, as of using AI, artificial intelligence tools, for identifying data irregularities quickly or discrepancies quickly, as B is the answer, as artificial intelligence, AI, automates and identifies trends or outliers in large data sets, significantly enhancing monitoring efficiency in trials that operate under budget constraints. And here we come to end of this lecture. Thank you very much and goodbye.